Hey, what's up, Unbroken Nation? I think first and foremost, you have to ask yourself is in the environment that you're in the moment, conducive and supportive of what it is that you want, need, and desire as a human being in alignment with your values, your wants, your needs, your interests, and your boundaries. That's the first thing. Like I use, some of you guys don't have values, and you really need to sit down and go through that to figure out who you are and what your values are about. And everything in life filters through your values. And then what happens is you look at it and you assess, is the way that people are engaging with me in alignment with my core value? And if not, then the question that you have to ask yourself is, well, why am I in this scenario? Why am I around people who are not supportive of my core values? And depending on that answer, one of the two things is going to happen. One, you actually find out that you are the one who is not in alignment with your values, thus allowing judgmental people into your life. Or two, what's happened is you are not holding true to your boundaries. And because of that, these people are in your life. And there's a case for three, and that could possibly be that you just don't recognize it, right? Or the thing that often happens, and people come to me, especially when we're doing coaching, and they're saying, I don't understand why people are always walking all over me. Well, I do. I can tell you right now, it's because you haven't put clear, concise boundaries and borders in your life and said what is and is not acceptable. So we look at people who judge us and we go, well, they're just mean, or they're not fair, or they're judgmental, but you've never put anything in place to keep them from doing so. This is what gets really interesting about getting clear about who you are as a human being and as a person, and ultimately being the leader of your own life, the hero of your own story, is that it all starts with you. And so when you're in this, what you have to understand is a lot of time these judgments being cast on you are not judgments about you, but instead they're about the person casting the judgment. Because I think about this every day. Our lives are often a reflection of who it is that we are, right? Our lives can be a reflection of who it is that we are. And at times, those judgments can help us reflect on who it is that we are in a way that can actually, I believe, be practical. I think about this all the time. Like if I am being an asshole, like if I'm being an asshole, I want somebody in my life to tell me, hey, Michael, you're being a real asshole right now, man. You need to course correct. You need to get back to baseline. You need to figure out what the hell's going on with your life. You need to put yourself in a position to be kind again, right? And I want that. I like want that. I want that. I want that not only from my friends, I want that from my family, I want that from my community. I want that from my team. I want that from my employees. I want that from the people I coach. I want people to help me be better. Now, there's a big difference. This is where I think the real juxtaposition, all of this comes into play. There's a big difference between judgments that are constructive and people being fucking assholes. There's two different things here. And now ultimately you have to determine what that looks like in the context of your life. But I will tell you this, those who are casting judgment for the sake of doing it with no intrinsic or inherent value involved, who only simply at baseline want to hurt you, are people that do not deserve a seat at your table. And what I mean by that is if there are people in your life who are adamantly, vehemently, and purposely trying to tear you down by saying, you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not capable enough, who do you think you are? You're never going to amount to anything. Those people, they need to be taken out of your life. Those people do not deserve a place at your table. And then, of course, I know somebody's going to listen to this and they're going to email me and they're going to go, well, what about my mom? What about my dad? What about my husband? Guys, you have to understand something about life. Everything that you want in life happens within the frame of action. And change only happens when you make change happen. And sometimes the thing that you have to do is the hardest thing ever, and that's create change. And for some of you, that means removing that judgmental person from your life. For some of you, that means putting a separation into the relationship. For some of you, that means changing the phone number, right? Changing the phone number, not letting these people be in contact with you. And I understand how difficult it is because I've had to do it. And many people have to do it. But ultimately, you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to do to have the life that you want to have? People are going to judge you regardless. It doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, I think about it all the time. People are going to judge you. It's the hard truth of being a human being. And there's arguments you could say that maybe we need to toughen up a little bit. Fine, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is the most important thing. And that is, even if you are being judged, you do not stop moving forward and creating the life that you want to have. Because ultimately, the people that judge you, they don't live for you. They don't breathe for you. They don't love for you. They don't create your life. They don't take care of your bills. They don't take care of your body. They don't take care of your mental health. And yes, they're going to judge you, because guess what? They already are. And so you have a decision to make. You can let that judgment be the thing, be the catalyst in the way of the life that you want to have. Or you can say, you know what? Let you judge. I will let you judge. Go and enjoy your judgment and watch the life that I live.